Without any contradiction, the events that are taking place today in the natural world are a strong evidence of the end times. Today, even the secular world, like Newsweek magazine of March and April, report of the unusual events that are taking place in our world. Not a Christian magazine, a secular magazine. Okay? Apocalypse Now. And it says tsunamis, earthquakes, nuclear meltdown, revolutions, economies on the brink of collapse. And then it says, what is next? Well, we know what's next. Hallelujah. Come on, give a hand clap of You know that the earth is going through all these, but what's next is that everything is getting ready for the glorious coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Signs on the religious world. Then if anyone says to you, look, here is a Christ, because this is what's going to, Christians are going to speak of the second coming more and more, TV evangelists, Christian magazines, so people are going to come up with these things. Hey, you know what? Christ came already. And we are the first church of the common, the Christ that came. People are going to flock those churches. They're going to go and say, where? If they say to you, look, here is a Christ, or there, do not believe it. For false Christ and false prophets will arise and show great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the Christians. And I thank God for the School of Leaders. The School of Leaders is like a preparation for service. To serve here at the Agape, you need to go through the School of Leaders. And it's like a filter. We get sometimes big enrollments and then it starts thinning down until we get the who's serious. And I'm not saying that if you don't do School of Leaders, you're going to be condemned. I'm not saying that. But as for us, the church, it spare us from false teachers, false prophets. We have a lot of graduates from the School of Leaders here. And they're sharp. They know. They understand Scripture. They discern. They're no dummies. They act, but they're not. So this is good. Now, tomorrow we have the School of Leaders. Come and apply yourselves to the Scripture. Because if you don't study the Scripture, someone is going to come and is going to try. Hallelujah. If you're not trained, somebody's going to come. If you can be moved, somebody's going to move you. But if you are not moving, you're in the Word. In these end times, thank you, Mark, we'll see big denominations and mega churches working to form the unity of one church. this will be something like one world church, ecumenical church. And let me explain something to you. Here in Pico Rivera, we have a fellowship of pastors. They come together every month. But there's always this thing, we gotta get together. And the churches need to come together. And the Baptists and the Methodists and the Agapes and the Assemblies, we need to get together. But let me share something with you. Jesus never intended the church to be just one church. He likes plurality. So it is in God's way to have the denominations. Denominations are not evil. There's nothing wrong with denominations. Some are Baptists, they want to be very quiet. Sometimes you go to one of the services of the conservative churches and it sounds like God is dead. Then you go to a service of Pentecostal is different. So we have Pentecostals, Baptists, Methodists, Assemblies of God, Calvary Chapel. We have all these denominations. It's good. Jesus never intended the church to be just one church, one pope, one committee, one man. No. It's true. United in faith, united in the work, united in principle, but that is one in that sense. When the church tries to unite, and in the coming years, there will be like the unity of the churches, one faith, Hindu, Muslims, Christians, you know. And you see this working. They call it today, how they call it? Faith-based. You know what faith-based? You can believe in the devil if you want to, but we're faith-based. You follow me? You don't have to have a confession of Christian faith. Just faith-based. I believe in a tree. I believe in Hare Krishna. I believe in this. Faith-based. The church will compromise. It will marry government. And that's when the persecution on Christians is going to come. Because persecution to the church is also prophesied. Now let me give you another sign. Signs in the financial world. There will be a signs in the financial world. And he will cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their forehead. And no one may buy or sell except the one that has a mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let he who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is a number of men. His number is 666. It's not a formula, and you don't discern it with a formula or with numbers. That's not how you discern.